Hello there. We been flying RC models now for quite some time. A load of crap on YouTube before now. Made a few models. Foam's quite dear, but if you buy this stuff like this behind me from B&Q, 8 with 2 piece, 15mm thick, £15. Well, just under £15. Easy gliders have just put their prices up. They haven't put their prices up in reality, but what they've done, it seems like they've took the motor out and the price has gone up as well, so I reckon they put the price sky high. So the cost and the time making models is now worthwhile. My easy gliders, instead of chucking them away and buying another one, I repaired them, made them look good, and they're flying better now than they were when they come from the factory. My brother's just bought a Delta wing. I forget the name of it now, but I thought I'd have a go at on the Delta wing, and I thought, well, by the time you get this foam, which ain't as strong as EPP, but by the time it's coated in tape, it's probably just as strong. So I'm going to start now and show you as I go what I'm doing. Right, I've never been one for pouncing around, so I've come out, I've got a piece of foam now, and I've done some rough drawings. And I mean rough drawings, I've just done some rough drawings and some angles and decided on measurements. Took the angle of the first front wing that I'm making, and I decided it's going to be about 50 inches wide, so I'm doing half a wing and I'll cut the other half out with the other foam. But once this wing's made, I'll copy it onto the other foam so they come out identical. That way the two wings break down into basically 2-foot sections, and I can carry them dead easy in the car. So I'm going to mark the back of the wing now and then get ready for foam cutting. Well, there's the first wing marked up, ready to be cut. It's basically 12-inch root, 7-inch tip root, and it's 2 foot 1 inch wide. Okay, I've cut round the first wing now, basically, to a little bit larger than it needs to be, and now I'll cut around it square with the foam cutter. Okay, basically what I'm going to cut it with is one of the tools out of my foam cutter. The foam cutter is already on my site, you can see it being made. It's just a piece of very thin wire, you won't see it, but it's pretty proper stuff. It's got an elastic band on that end to tension it, fixed at that end, runs down to a Dean's plug. It plugs in and runs off of my 13.5 volt adapter. I need to cut through this like cutting through butter. Okay, before I cut it I should drink my tea, but as I want 2 of these, I just cut another piece of foam, let it underneath it, and as you can see the tool is wide enough to cut through the 2 pieces at once. I should put the level on the line, so when I cut them through they come out perfect. Then I'll cut along the front edge, the end edge and the back, and then 2 wings should be perfect symmetrical, 50mm thick, ready for trimming down in the actual foam cutter. Well, as per everything I do, I've just decided to make the back a little bit bigger than I marked it for, but there's 2 wings cut out now. There's one, there's the other. Ignore the mark on there, that's from another model I was making. But there's the wing now, basically, cut to shape. Now I've got to decide, well I've got to cut out the airfoil section now, which is going to be a little bit awkward, but I'm sure I'll do it in a bit. I'll get on with it. Okay, I haven't got a wire that's long enough to cut the cord by putting cords on the end. So basically I'm going to cut it square and then round it with sandpaper. So I've now set the wing, one half of the wing, in like a jig. The wire is going to run from that jig to that jig, from one side to the other, and it's going to go through. Hopefully I need to cut a cord on the front of the wing. see how it comes out. Okay, without taking the second one out of the jig, I put the other one on the end. There's the first front angle I've cut off out of the tip, and it gets bigger as it goes up, obviously because there's more needs to come off the root. And there it is, and there's the two tips meeting, and I don't know if you can see the angle I've cut it off at. And that just needs rounding off now to get the airfoil section on the top of the wing. Now we need to do the same for the underneath and for the back. The underneath on the back I'm going to leave flat, so it's not a problem. Fingers crossed, we're getting there. Okay, the answer I come up with now to get the top cord is the same trailing edge there for the wire to run along, but tape is tape that won't burn, the cutter won't cut through, for the top wire to run on, taped along the top. That's the neighbours you can hear in the background, they're fucking assholes. Okay, I just run the one wing half through, and it's still as it was when the wire came out, and I will show you now the back part has been cut. It's murder trying to do this sort of thing. That's the bit I cut off, and that gives me the top and back surfaces. Do the same for the other one now, and work about the front. Okay, so now I cut the wing. I cut the front, lower, top, upper, top, back, and same on the other wing. Now they're both like that along their length, and they just need rounding off now and sanding. All I got left now is to try and figure out what to do about the back bit. I need to trim a bit off the back, so I got to work that out and get them both the same. I'll have a go at that now. Okay, sorry it's on a white background, but that's the wings now. The top's been cut off, tip's been cut off, underneath's been cut off. Just needs sanding off now with sandpaper. And it goes on to the other wing. And there you have it. Basically a delta wing. Okay, sorry I haven't got a better camera, but there we go, delta wing, rough to the size. Now I've got to make up my mind whether I'm putting a tail on it and a bit of a nose, or just flying it as a delta wing with the ailerons fitted. Next now is sanding, and by the time I finish sanding, I better do my angler out of bag of backup. It should be dry, otherwise it's going to be full of foam. Next time I open it up on site, I'll be showing everybody where the wind's blowing for Venturi. Well, never used the foam cutter in the end. Made a hell of a mess out here, bits of foam left. But floor got in a bit of a state, and the percolator's finished though, that's the main thing. I decided not to have it as a two-piece ring. I'm going to glue it together. So what I've done, I put some epoxy through the middle to hold it, and I decided not to have a tail, and I put a bit of sweep in it. So we must have inch sweep out to the tips, and then the underside of the wing, the cord all the way through the wing is the same right the way through to the tip, so it should be okay. But what I've done with the back of the cord on the very tips is I've put a little bit of washout in them. So as well as the dihedral, I've got a slight bit of washout. But I've run out of glue epoxy now, so I can't do nothing. I've got leads on there at the moment holding it down, because it's down with the dihedral. So we'll carry on tomorrow and see how we go. But for now, let's clean up. Just a quick tip while I'm out here working. If you get your epoxy, cut the top off, take that off, take the epoxy out, turn it inside out, like that, and make a stand shaped like that. You rest your epoxy in that. I'll show you it after I taped it. There you go. Hard to see because it's plastic, but it holds your epoxy. Always keeps it out the right way. Right, I've now got the wing turned over upside down and held in place with different bits and that, so that it keeps the dihedral in there. And I put a spar through the middle. What I did is scoop it out. Took me half a second to screw that out. Now I filled it in with epoxy and bits of the foam that come out. When it's gone off, I'll overfill it. I've got some lightweight filler come in. Should overfill it with lightweight filler. Along with that burn. When you heard the neighbour mouthing out there, I went up to do something about it. And we put it down on top of my burner. Well, the wing's dried. But what I've been doing now it's hardening, but I've been filling it with all the bubbles of foam that come out, because I feel sure, even though the lightweight filler is light, the bubbles of foam would be lighter than what the filler is, so that's ready to be overfilled now. Well, she's overfilled now. The joint in the middle is overfilled. I don't know the best way to show you the amount of dihedral on it. I don't think I can. You see, that's the amount of dihedral. It's about inch and a half out of the core tip. That's in now. Just waiting for overfilling. But there she is. She weighs about 2 ounces, and that's 4 foot 1 inch wide. Not bad at all. You're going to have to bear with me with the bad photography. And that's the glider there now. I've just got a level on there holding the wing because his wing's hanging over the edge. I've added I've cut out the foam ailerons. I had to do them with my foam cutting machine to get them accurate. Then I've got to fit them, sand them on the back side to make them fit, because it tapered out to that end, thicker at this end. If I can show you, it's taped on loosely now. They've all got to be covered before they're taped on proper. But I've cut an angle in there so they can go down and up. They won't move that much when you're in flight, obviously, but that's how much movement I've got there if I want it. And the other side's the same. When I chucked her this afternoon, before I put these ailerons on, I chucked her in a straight line and she just drew a little way on her own, so she might be perfectly balanced. But I've got a bit of washout on the tips here, I don't know if you notice. So that's coming over at an angle. That'd be like whatever it is it collides at. And then this here I actually took up, if you could see it. It goes off under there. So this tip has a bit of washout on it. So that'll probably be the flying angle about there. Right, so I've had a really good tidy up in here. Put all the bits away that I don't need. The model's more or less finished. I've got some foam filler come in, very fine light stuff that fill all these gaps. And the worst one is that burn hole there. I could sand the bottom, both the bottoms out to get rid of it, and that. But I've tried covering one wing earlier on and it looked pretty good, so I might just go with doing it now. I decided what servos I'm putting in. I'm putting standards. That's about 2 inch square, but the weight of this so far, it can't be like 4 ounces, quarter of a pound. By the time I put everything on her, I think the thing's going to weigh a pound. So we'll go with that. I just got to go in now and work out centre of G on the centre of G chart. Okay, so I've worked out all the aerodynamics online, trying to know where my centre of G is. I can cut in the servo, cut the servos in, sorry I'm burping. And in the meantime, I'm in no rush because hopefully the lightweight filler work on tomorrow. If it does, I'll fill the body before I cover it over. But if not, in the meantime, roll a pound shop masking tape, and I've covered the left aileron with the masking tape, which really strengthens it up. By the time I've got covering tape on it, it should be as strong as ever. So fingers crossed. Well, there's one aileron covered already. That's the top surface, the bottom surface. get a bit of heat on it in a minute, hopefully it'll shrink back a bit. And if you're doing that, make sure there's no foam about, because it attracts the foam to it. I've got to lay it on top of the level. If I've got to come off the end of it, I've got to lay it there and then put it over again so it doesn't suck all the stuff off the bench. Well, since I last took me a bit of video, got myself some beers. Time's getting on. I balanced the glider. I found the centre of the cheese. You've got the skilled, semi-skilled, 3/4 skilled, and a nonk. I balanced it up just in between, so I can have it anywhere in there with my balancing. I sunk the ailerons in and run the wire through. Same with that one. And worse stuck, I found I couldn't balance it even with a big battery, so I had to build a nose. Now the nose is stuck on to take the batteries. I've got to shape it yet, but hopefully that'll be okay. There's the nose, as I say. I've stuck it on the top, and I've got the 2 ailerons coming into there. I've sorted the receiver, or speed controller, quite a heavy one, thank God. I've cut the speed controls off. I just had it as a voltage dropper. And the battery, so the battery, speed controller and all the rest goes in here, and she's balanced out pretty good then. So the ailerons looking nice, as you can see. Just wait to get the rest of the wing covered now. Well, the square block that I stuck on the front for a nose, I'm now shaping. I've cut it out, cut this off, and the battery and all the servos go inside there, and the wires, I've got those 2 in, they run mounted the servos underneath here. That, when it's ready, I just go on. So now I've finished shaping it. Well, once again, as I say, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I finished my other plane while I was waiting for the glue on this to dry. I've got the nose shaped now on this one. And as I say, that comes off with the battery and all the bobs to go in. Just waiting for the lightweight filler to come to wire now to overfill it. The ailerons I've put the horns on, so they're ready. And tomorrow I can coat this and glue all the bits in, and we're in business. And my voice is knackered. I've been out here all night. I am knackered. Okay, just as a name for you all to remember, Glues for You. I ordered some lightweight filler off of them about 6 days ago, and go online and check. I paid through Google, and I go online and check, and it still has not been sent. So what I'm doing now, I'm covering it with ever white gloss paint. It's low odour, water based, and basically I'm putting a coating on the glider to dry hard like a pine sand, and hopefully get it down good. If the fitter comes in the meantime, I can still fit it before I tape it, but if not, I've done a piece here, piece of foam, and if you bent that at all, it'll snap. But I painted it in this paint, and then I put one strip of the white tape around it, and if you watch this, you'll see it bend. Look at that. And that still ain't snapping, and that's foam from B&Q. Let you know how it goes. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but this is the polystyrene after the 1 coat of water-based paint, and that's all the holes and the gaps and where the wires are running. Now that's the top coat after it's been filled. painted and filled, well, filled once. I might fill it again, yeah, maybe why not. But it's got to be sanded down. I'm sure the rough edges, that's a bit of filler sticking up. Ready for sanding down. Well, as you can see, I've been on a piss, so don't be at all surprised at what it's turned out like. Because I forgot to film anything. I've been too busy drinking and getting pissed. It's now 1 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, how did the plane turn out, you're asking? Here's the tip. The top of the wing. Little fuselage. There's the other wing. And there's the underside. All I've got to do now is reinforce the canopy. Well, I've now reinforced the nose with fiberglass. It'll be sprayed after. I've got the same blue ink paint. And I put the ailerons on. And it's the last time I use tape. I'll have to tape them to make them look a bit better. It's the last time I used tape, next time I put them on with hinges. And there she is. Well, as I say, the tape doesn't look too nice on the ailerons, but it certainly does the business. I've bound the receiver, and we've now got it aileron and here's the rudder. So we're all ready to go. We're out. That's the battery well, all fitted now. All the servo and that is all the gubbins is hid behind there. It's just a plug-in battery and play it where you go. In the morning I've just got to sand down underneath the fuselage and possibly then a coat of paint. But other than that, just waiting for the canopy to dry now. And I have another beer, I think. Well, it's just gone at 3 o'clock in the morning. The wing is now finished. Ailerons are fitted, they're all working. Canopy's been reinforced. Just the top canopy. If you can picture that, it's going to be blue on the top to go with the wing. And all I've got to do tomorrow is just give it all a quick sand down and no touch on these. I am knackered and I am 3/4 pissed, and she's ready for the air. Okay, I've got the wing finished and all gone dry and ready to fly. And what I've done now, I've made a fiberglass or an epoxy cap that fits on the end of the wing. Then I stuck a wingtip on, as you can see the wingtip, a bit more of an angle on it. So you've got dihedral in the wing and dihedral on the tip. And it goes back and splits at that point with the ailerons. So it's got to be covered now to strengthen it. I'm just waiting for the epoxy to go on. And with luck, the wingtip will come on and off. So I can add them or take them away, whatever I want. The tip is actually set now, but it's not set hard, it's gone off and it's safe to leave now. All this tape here is the tape that's underneath the shroud casing. That'll all come off and it'll be cut nice and neat there, ready to be taped on when we fly. Okay, that's enough for tonight. We'll do the other tip tomorrow. Well, all I'm left to do now is take the 2 tips off. That one will come off already, it's finished. That one I'm still waiting for it to dry. And then take the cladding off around it. And then tape them both in tape. In the meantime, here's the tip angle. And there's the dihedral on the wing. the white line is a marker so I can tell the tips are on as far as they need to be on. There's the angle of the tip. There's the dihedral. So there we have, finished project. One delta wing. I've got a tip. I forgot I've got a towel that actually goes on there. If I want to put a fin on, comes on and off if I need it. And that's one delta wing. Slow flying hopefully. So now I've got that and me two easy gliders. And on good days down the dunes when we're flying the gliders, I fly me two hang gliders. But for now, that's it. I'll let you know how it flies.